संस्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः।
Friends, welcome back to the study of the Bhagavad Gita, the 7th chapter. We have covered 9 verses, 9 shlokas from the first. The main theme of this discussion is how to educate ourselves. It's a matter of self-education with the help of your Acharya or your Guru. What is that education? You educate yourself to see the presence of the divine everywhere. How can that be done? It has to be done within the parameters of our perception or our capacity to perceive. That is, we see, that is how we know and understand. We hear, and from the hearing we know and understand. Smelling, tasting, tasting, all that is because of my 5 sense organs. And it's I would say, perpetual, absolutely natural. Now Sri Krishna is taking advantage of the natural way of our perception. What has he said? Punya gandha prithivyam cha, that when you go deep into the forest, absolutely nature, where there's no pollution whatsoever, humans have not polluted the place. If you sit there quietly, you will definitely feel an overwhelming fragrance assailing you. That fragrance is from Mother Earth, unspoiled as God made it, and He manifests Himself through that beautiful fragrance. Then he says, Prabhashmi Shashi Surya Yoho, that sun and the moon and the stars and all the natural luminous things, I am the brilliance, I am the effulgence in the sun and the moon and others. We see the sun. We know it is a source of cosmic energy, solar energy. We know everything. Even if we know, we don't know the reality behind the appearance. That effulgence, that brilliance, that brightness is a manifestation of the divine in a unique manner, which is not available anywhere else. Fluidity of the fluid, the excellent brilliance of the sun and the moon, and so on and so forth. He has said, Shabdam Ke, the special unique characteristic of air to carry sound waves. No other natural element has that capacity. When you see that unique facility or unique faculty in a thing in the nature, remind yourself, this is the manifestation of the divine, a process of self-education. And he's at it for a few more shlokas. Then he will tell us, see how helpful it is. Then he will tell us why, having been told so many times, having understood it rationally, how can we not, or how we do not practice this idea of self-education? He will explain to that. And that will another sector starting under the 7th chapter. We are now in the section where Sri Krishna who is incarnation of the divine, that is, the divine in its totality contained in a human form. In totality, divine is in me. I have no information about it. The distinction between you and an avatara, me and avatara, is I do not know who am I. And he always knows. There's not an iota of time when he is not aware of his true original nature. Atandra Chaitanya. That is, his awareness never goes to sleep, never becomes drowsy. This is what it is. So now he is in the same section. We have covered the 9th shloka. Now we go to the 10th shloka. In the 9th shloka he has said, Punya Gandha Prithibhyamcha. I am that divine fragrance of the earth, pure, unpolluted in nature. I am the capacity to burn and to effulgence of fire, heat and brightness, heat and effulgence. He says, I am that special, unique quality in the fire. When you see fire, you play with it, you take advantage of it, but you never remember that unique, special quality of the flower, of the fire, is a manifestation of the divine in this special characteristic manner. This is how we educate ourselves. We are now being educated by the Gita. When we see fire, all our past samskaras make us understand the fire. Now, built in this additional samskara, the brightness, the effulgence, the brilliance of fire, and the capacity to burn by that heat is a special capacity in fire. It is not in water. Water has its own special capacity, fluidity. So he is highlighting the unique faculties, unique qualities of various elements by means of which you learn to see the presence of the divine everywhere. Now he goes on, Jivanam Sarvabhuteshu. Amongst all the manifest animate or inanimate creatures, I am the source of life in living and also in botanical life, vegetative life. I am there, the cause of its remaining, prospering, decaying. I am there. Jivam sarva bhuteshu tapasyasmi tapassishu. I am that burning flame of determination. I will reach the goal. Come what may. If my body falls off, let it fall off. I will reach the goal. This determined strength, the strength of determination, is a unique quality in a person who is desirous to know me. I am that. Now we move into the 10th shloka. He tells you something more. Balam batam asmi kama raga. No, I'm sorry. Pardon me. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam Vidhi Partha Sanatanam. That's the Badam Balatama, the next shloka. Please pardon me. Bijam Mam Sarva Bhutanam Vidhi. And what type of Bijam I am? Sanatana. Eternal. What does he mean? We know everything that sprouts, comes into being, has a seed. Whether it is plant life, whether it is biological life, there is a seed. From seed, it grows. Now, apart from a seed, if you put in something in the soil, it will not grow. Seed has the capacity to sprout and become a huge tree later on. That innate capacity of the seed, vijam, is my special unique quality. So, vijam mam sarvabhutanam. Vijam mam sarvabhutanam. That is, of all the manifested things that you see in this world, they have a cause. Vija is the cause, from which the effect is the herb or the plant or the tree. The effect is living bodies. The seed is there. I am the seed of all manifestations that you see in the world. They have sprouted from me, they reside in me, and they destroy themselves into me. They dissipate into me. Tad jalam shanta upasate, as I explained to you before. But we humans, we know that this seed is the essence of all manifestation. But when we see this manifestation in diverse world, we are carried away by the diversity and forget the seed behind. There are two descriptions. This is a material description of a seed and a sprouting seed and a plant itself. Either in the animate world or the inanimate world, whatever it is. He says, I am that. And then he says, know for certain, Arjuna, I am the eternal seed. I know seed of a flowering tree plant. I know seed of a herb. I know seed of a medicinal plant. I know seed of a huge tree. I know seeds of each and every manifestation. Now, what is the concept here? I am the eternal, imperishable seed of Sarva Bhuteshu. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam biddhi partha sanatana. Aham sanatana bijam idam biddhi partha. Sarva bhutanam. That is, the diverse universe that you see, the cause of that universe is the eternal me. From me it has happened. From the Vedantic point of view, remember the description of a snake. That is, from the snake, all the error of judgment has created various things. The error of judgment is, I am focused on the apparent world, I am not focusing on the eternal seed. This is what it is. And then the next line, as I mistook it before, Buddhim buddhimatam asmi. Tejas tejasina aham. Buddhimatam buddhim asmi. I am the discriminative faculty in a human. What is this discriminating faculty relevant to this discussion? Tatta and atatta vichara kshamata. That is how it has been described. Please don't get scared about the Sanskrit words. They are very easy to understand when I translate. You know the word discrimination in English? There are two things for you to pick up. It is offered to you, take any one. You look at both the things. Then you weigh it in the balance of advantages and disadvantages. If I take this, these are my advantages. If I take this, these are the advantages, these are the disadvantages. These are the advantages and disadvantages. Then you take a weighing balance, a scale, and put both the two on both sides. Whichever side is heavier as far as advantage is concerned, you have got it. What have you done? You have made use of your discriminative faculty of your intellect. Now he says, Buddhim buddhimatam asmi. What is the best discrimination? The best discrimination is you now find out what is real, what is apparently real, what draws you towards that, and what helps you to attain eternal peace and tranquility, joy and ecstasy. You are making use of the discriminative faculty of your intellect. Tatta atatta, that which is real, that which appears to be real, not real, and I am attracted to that, the reality remains behind. I am not using my power of discrimination. Buddhim buddhimatam asmi. He says buddhi is a discrimination between reality and that which appears to be real but not real. That capacity of discrimination I am in a human in the form of discriminative, determinative knowledge. Aham buddhi buddhimatam asmi. That special faculty which helps you, which guides you to discriminate between what is what and what is ultimately beneficial to be one with the eternal, to be one with the divine. That special flavor in your understanding, the special discriminative value in your understanding is aham buddhimatam buddhi asmi. Is it clearly understood, my dear friends? So we are humans, we are the most evolved of human biological creatures, and because being most human, most evolved, I have that discriminative capacity built in me. I use it in worldly manner. Now please use it in a real discriminative manner by means of which you know who you are, what you are, and what is your true original nature. This special faculty which is inherent in a human, he is making us aware of being capable to utilize it. aham buddhimatam asmi. Then teja tejasvina aham. Teja is prowess. What is that? Let us not only play with words. Let us elementarily define it so that you know how to practice it. And that is the purpose of this study. It's not a philosophical class. It's a spiritual educative class, spiritually educative. You are being told how to educate yourself so that every moment of your life, wherever your eyes fall, you are identifying yourself with the presence of the divine everywhere. And this is the purpose of this section. Now he says, Teja Tejasvinam Asmi, the last portion of the 10th shloka. Teja is prowess. Teja is strength. Teja is that capacity which is in you. When you have your determination, it is unstoppable. Force. That is Teja. Tejasvi, people who have that faculty in them. Teja, Tejasvina, aham. That means you analyze yourself. You like something, and that liking matures into desire. The desire matures into intense desire. That intense desire transforms itself into a motivation. And that motivation is unstoppable till the goal is reached, till you have achieved the object of your ambition. It is a manifestation of strength, power, valor, force. We all have that in us. But we don't know how to utilize it. We divert it towards worldly things. Sri Krishna is reminding us, look, my children, that force of motivation, that force of achievement, that force which drives you to fulfill your ambition, that force which is inherent in you, I am that force. Utilize that force to be aware of me. This is what he's saying. I am that valor, that force, that strength which motivates you unstoppably to achieve your ambition. And we are all ambitious people. We drive ourselves to fulfill our ambition. But we are driving to fulfill our worldly ambition. That is what I am doing. He says, that force is mine. Use your buddhi and divert that force to be one with me. That force will be fully utilized by your capacity of discrimination and discernment, that now that indomitable willpower that I have, I'll divert it to him. My willpower is going waste, chasing after transitory things. This is what he says here. So, let me read the shloka and highlight the points. Bijam mam sarvabhutanam. I am the cause, the root of whole world manifestation. It has come out of me, it stays in me, and it goes back into me, dissolves into me. I am the seed of this whole universe. Then he says, Buddhir buddhimatam that discriminative faculty that each and every human has. That discriminative faculty is there in you, which you must educate yourself to divert towards me. And then that teja, that force, that valor, that strength, that unstoppable willpower is being properly utilized, guided by your buddhi. So please now remember all these statements for the last 3 or 4 shlokas that we are studying. These statements are to be practically performed in our day-to-day life. You need not run away from the society. In the society, you have 2 types of occupation, whole-timer and part-timer. A sannyasi is a whole-timer. In totality, all his energy. And who is a part-timer? I work for 3 hours, the rest is mine. The rest of the time is mine. This is a part-timer. Don't be a part-timer in spiritual life. If you are a whole-timer, let your flow of life rotate around such acts and deeds which forces you to remember God. That is how the concept of sannyasa and bhakta has come into being. One makes a choice. I'll be a part-timer, I'll be a whole-timer. And even being a whole-timer, one need not be a sannyasi. Antas-sannyas and bahis-sannyas. Inwardly, you have educated yourself in such a manner. You live in this world like a paramahamsa in water. Like a rajahamsa, a swan in water, lives in water, dips in water, drowns in water, but all the feathers are dry. You live in this world, but you do not belong to it. The concept of Paramahamsa is a stage where an avatara is a Paramahamsa. That is why people have addressed Sri Ramakrishna as Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa or Sri Paramahamsa Ramakrishna Avatara Varishtaya. Paramahamsa Ramakrishna Avatara Varishtaya. Why? He showed an idea. He placed before you idea how, without going through living outwardly like a sannyas, he took the vows of sannyas. But he didn't run away from the world. Whenever we think of sannyas, we say we run away from the world. Sannyas does not mean escapism or defeatism. Sannyas means that tremendous willpower, teja, which Sri Krishna says, I am that tremendous force of willpower, by means of which I help my children to outgrow all limitations of attachment and be totally involved in me. That is what I am. So, antas-sannyasa means you are totally detached from the world. You live in the world. How do you live? We live to serve the children of God. I have converted my life into an endless, devoted, respectful interaction in the form of serving the children of God, serving the world. Tejas, tejas in Avasmi. You can make use of that willpower within you, that force, that strength within you to be one with God by knowing who am I and how do I manifest in this world. And that is a process of self-education. Please kindly pay a little attention to this concept. It's a very, very, I would say, not a tricky concept, but a very subtle concept. Why is it subtle concept? Because we have not been exposed to it. Right from our childhood, we have been told you must go through tertiary education and this and this and this, and you must be a useful member of the society. You must stand on your feet and etc., etc., etc. All that has been said. We have never been told that the purpose of being the most evolved of biological creature is there is only one obstacle that has to be crossed. What is that obstacle? Educate yourself to be one with the divine every moment of your life. See him everywhere, feel his presence everywhere, interact with him everywhere, every moment of your life. That is what you can do. And Sri Krishna is telling you how to identify yourself with that. Let us move on to the 11th shloka, which I mistakenly read before. Balam balavatam chaham kama raga bivarjitam. Balam, strength, power, force. In what manner? Physical, emotional, rational, even spiritual. Strength, force, power. Balam. I am the strength, the force, the power in strong, forceful, powerful humans. Balavatam, those who have these qualities, I am with them. I am in them. But we know a person who is very properly built, very strong. He gives me a tight slap, I fly in air. He is Balam, he is Balavatam, he is strong. How is he utilizing it? By being a curse to the society, violating all laws of ethics and morals. He prowls around the society, showing off his strength and trouncing all moral and ethical laws under his feet. A torturer, a killer, a murderer. He is strong. Sri Krishna immediately qualifies. Don't think he is too praiseworthy. That Bala is not my expression. The Bala is there. I am that. He's using it in a different manner. I don't belong to that category. Kama raga bivarjitam balam immediately qualifies, lest we make a mistake, that those people who think physical might and strength, emotional might and strength, rational might and strength, utilized for personal aggrandizement and personal benefits. Kama, raga, bivarjitam. Wherever you see that strength, that force is being utilized for the purposes of intense desire to achieve something worldly or getting attached to something worldly. If that force goes to these two aspects, I am not there. I am elsewhere. It is he with his ego, with his ignorance, is making use of my faculties, and he is to be cursed, not acclaimed or worshipped. I am force, power, strength in those people who utilize that faculty in them to come to me and to be one with me. Balam balavatam asmi, balam balam balavatam chaham, kama raga vivarjitam. What is kama? I know it is not reachable. It is not attainable. Even then, I keep on desiring to have it, knowing full well in the back of my mind, it is beyond me. But even then, I run after it with attachment. And what is raga? Knowing full well, in this transitory world, nothing is permanent. But I enjoy believing that this wealth, this reputation, this power, this wealth is eternally with me. That is raga. Knowing full well it is transitory, but I am attached to that comfortable feeling, comforting feeling that it will never go away from me. It will be eternally with me. This is Ranjana, Raga, and that is Kama. Kama, Raga, Vivarjitam, Balavatam, Balam, Cha, Asmi, I am. Let me again repeat it, dear. These are the catch points of self-education. Might, main, power, strength, force, call it by any name. That is Balam. It is in the humans and in animals, even in trees and etc. When a huge tornado comes, the tree resists the tornado and is not uprooted. That is the strength of the tree. So the strength in various aspects is manifest in this world. Strength, power, force, call it by any name. And in 4 different categories or levels. Physical, emotional, rational, spiritual. He says that look, that strength, when it is not motivated by worldly desires, that strength is not motivated by attachment and involvement. That is strength in purity, and that when it is directed towards me, know for certain you have identified me in you. That is what Krishna is trying to highlight. The strength that you see manifest in the world, mostly that force, that strength, that willpower is used to achieve transitory things of the world. That strength is mine, but it is being used by Kama and Raga, influenced by Kama and Raga. Though I am the source, but it is wrongly utilized by egoistic humans. But that very force, when it is utilized to achieve me and to be one with me, that is my nature is in you. That is the unique capacity of me in you. Balam balavatam chaham kama raga vivarjitam and dharma aviruddha bhuteshu kama asmi bharata arshava. Now, the first line speaks about kama, desire. And he says, the desire that is utilized for worldly things, transitory things, and etc., that is being abused, misused by the egoism of that person. When that is used to achieve me, I am that in a human being. How you utilize that force and power. And then he's been very, very, very cautious. What is he says? Dharma aviruddha kama asmi bharata. Sarva bhuteshu. In all humans, dharma aviruddha kama sarva bhuteshu aham asmi. I am. What are you, dear? How do I understand you? Desire. Unachievable must be achieved. Knowing full well it is undoable, I would like to do it. Not achievable, I'd like to achieve it. Not reachable, I'd like to reach it. Two objects, worldly and the divine. So, that ambition to achieve is kama. So he immediately rectifies so that we do not have a misunderstanding of his statement. What does he say? Dharma aviruddha kama asmi. Sarvabhuteshu. Dharma viruddha. What is dharma? Dharma is a word which has been translated in 1,000 different forms. Play of words. Religion, this, injunction, ritual, this, 1,000 of words. Don't go to that. Get into the meaning, real meaning applicable in our day-to-day lives. Dharate iti dharma. This is the etymological, grammatical meaning of the word dharma. We have heard the word dharma, I hope, not less than 1 million times. We are acquainted with the sound of the word dharma phonetically. What is dharma? All of us will score a blank. Here the word dharma is being used in its proper context. What is dharma? Dharate iti dharma. Something to hold on to which for security. You hold on to something for security, your job, your earning, your standing in the society, your reputation, your hobbies, you hold on to them. And being an educated, cultured human being, your hobby or etc. is not against the ethics and morals of the society. And you are right. You are on the right track. Dharma aviruddha. Now what is dharayate iti dharma? It is, dear, let me put it in a very commonsensical language. Dharayate iti dharma means it is a bunch, it is a basket full of ideas. Man-making, character-building, noble ideas. Dharayate, holding on to which, grasping on to which, clinching on to which, so that you don't part from it. Man-making, character-building, ethical, moral ideas. A basket full of them. Holding on to which you prevent yourself from degrading into an ordinary biological creature. That is negative. And what is the positive aspect? Holding on to which you manifest the divinity already within you. That is what dharma, dharayate iti dharma is all about. So, dears, Sri Krishna has said in the previous one, balam balavatam asmi kamaraga vivarjitam. Then what is dharma? In the name of dharma, I do not know how many heinous things are being performed. In the name of dharma, they run at each other's throat with a knife to kill them, kill each other. In the name of dharma. Sri Krishna is being very careful. That is dharma. And that is your ambition. Kama, your ambition, your goal. What is that? Dharma aviruddha kama. That is, without ambition, you have no motivation. Without motivation, there is no achievement. See how methodically correct they are, the teachers are. Let me say, I have a desire, kama. That kama gets stronger and stronger, and I develop a will to having it, possessing it. And my initiative is increasing. That ambition and that initiative is forming into an unstoppable motivation. That motivation is being fueled by ambition, kama. So what type of kama is required in spiritual life? Dharma aviruddha kama is required to achieve spiritual goal. This is what it is. Sri Krishna here says, Dharma aviruddha kama asmi sarva bhuteshu bharata. Kama is there. And without kama, there is no initiative. Without desire, there is no initiative, no motivation, no progress. We know that. So see how he is managing to make us understand what is what. Dharma aviruddha kama aham asmi. Dharma viruddha kama sarva bhuteshu aham asmi. As simple as that. So, dears, we are now coming to a conclusion. He is now generalizing. Je cha eva sattika bhava rajasa tamasascha che matta eveti tan vidhi na tu aham teshu te mai. He concludes this chapter, this section. He's going to start something else. It is an introduction to that. Having heard all this, right from Shloka 1 to Shloka 11, we have studied it in depth. We can say, well, we have been hearing it 1,000,000 times, but somehow or other, that motivation, that ambition, that desire, that karma to achieve God is not developing in me. Why so? This is the question that he is implanting in this shloka. The answer will come in the next. What is the implantation? What is he going to say? He is going to say, why is it, with the best of my intention, with the best of my goodness, with my, dedication, how is it, having heard it 1,000,000 of times, having understood it correctly, how is it I am not being motivated? That's a fact of life. You can't deny that. That's a fact of life. Why so, sir? I have every right to ask Sri Krishna, why so, sir? He, being an excellent teacher, he reads your mind. A teacher reads the mind of the listener, and before he has an opportunity to ask, he raises the question and answers the question. That is what the excellence of a perfect teacher is. This is being displayed here. Oh dear me, it comes in this science of grammar, Vyakarana Shastra, Katha, Vakya, Vitanda, Jalpa, 4 types of interaction. Anyway, that's different. Let me conclude this. I may have an occasion to develop that idea. That is, the teacher, having taught you these 11 verses, he is capable of reading what is transpiring in your mind. And he sees, sir, my question is, I am emotionally involved, I rationally understand, everything is there. Why there is not that strong willpower by means of which I divert my whole attention and strength and power to reach that goal? Why is it? Sri Krishna is answering, look, my dear, in this world you will find 3 aspects. Tamasic aspect, Rajasic aspect, and Sattvic aspect. What are those? Please don't cloud yourself with all preconceived ideas. Give me an open slate, a clean slate, and you'll understand what is it. There are people in this world, by the very look at them, by observing them, you say, oh, he is a saintly person. Automatically, the concept of sainthood that we have, it may be different. But looking at a person, you will say, oh, he is a saintly person. An aspect of his personality is such that you are aware of what is saintliness. He is not beating his drum. I am a saint, I am a saint. He is just existing. You see him. You see him and you assess his behavior pattern, how he conducts himself. Say, he's a saintly person. He's a good man of God. A. You see another person extremely dynamic, restless, spending an energy in every aspect of life to achieve something. And in the process, his ego is manifesting. Oh, he's a very egoistic person, very dynamic, very restless, but he's very strong. You do have that feeling, don't you? Don't we? And there is another third aspect. Totally lazy, totally tired, cannot ever be motivated with all the prodding and with all that goes in it. Nothing happens. He likes to be at ease, at rest, indolent, lazy, slothful. Physically, emotionally, rationally, spiritually. From all points of view. That aspect is known as tamasic. Balanced aspect where rajas and tamas have been set aside, they are dormant, but the divine qualities are uppermost. Sattvic. Extreme dynamism egocentrically, chasing the things of the world, restless, peaceless. Such an attitude and aspect is known as rajasic. And the third is tamasic, indolent, slothful, without any initiative, doesn't want to grow. Like a snow sleep, let me sleep, not knowing he will die in that snow sleep. He's enjoying that snow sleep, not knowing he's inviting death. Hypothermia. He slowly loses body heat and he dies very pleasantly. He says, these three gunas, they all emanate from me. They come from me, they come out of me. But I am beyond them. That is, a swan living in water, playing in water, sinking or drowning in water, in the water all the time, the weathers are not wet. Now let us read the shloka. Jecha eva sattvika bhava, plural, rajasa tamasascha je. Sattvika, rajasa, tamasa, jecha bhava. All these aspects, all these qualities known as gunas. Three guna, sattva guna, rajaguna, tamaguna. Matta ebeti tan viddhi. They also reside in me. Na tu aham teshu te mai. Na tu aham teshu. I do not belong to them. They belong to me. That is, they come out of me, but they have no influence in me. I'll give you an example and you will understand. The example is this. The example is this. What is the example? A magician is showing his craft of magic. He shows you one ball, and then this is at a finger, and he makes it 2, makes it 3, makes it 4. 4 balls are in his finger, he brings it out of 1. And you are convinced. But the magician knows one ball is a hole, and the others are half-cut balls fixed on the top. He's manipulating his fingers to bring them out. And he shows you 5 balls. The magician is not influenced by his magic, but he influences you. Na tu ham teshu te bhai. A magician knows what magic he is playing. He knows through and through it is a magic. It's either visual error or something. But he knows it is not real. Whereas you and me who see the magic, we are carried away. Na tu aham teshu te bhai. Teshu aham tu na. I am not influenced by them, but they are guided by me. Guided by me means in the next sloka it will say, those who take shelter into me, mayam esham taranti te. The concept of Maya is being introduced now. So dears, let me now conclude for the day. He is saying here that you must be having this question uppermost in your mind. How come we have been listening to these ideas 1,000,000 times in my life? How come I am not motivated to reach that goal? And even if there is a little motivation, it is short-lived, like a spark of a fire. Svulingavat. It comes and it disappears. Why so? Sri Krishna, as an excellent teacher, understands that. And he is raising the topic. This is known as Prashna Garbha Uttara. Is an answer to a question that it arises in your mind. He is arising the question as well as the answer. The answer is, look, in me there is a concept known as Maya. That Maya is composed of Trigunatmika Maya. Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. They are in me, they come out of me, but they can't influence me. The snake has a poison sac in his mouth. He carries that poison in himself. He is unaffected, but when he bites, you die. Maya Adhina, Maya Adhisha, Maya Atita. Maya is a concept. We'll come to that later on next Sunday. Maya Adhina. I am under ton of Maya. I am a victim of Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. Sometimes I am saintly, sometimes I am an extrovert, sometimes I am indolent. I am a victim of Maya's influence, Maya Adhina. I am under the thumb of Maya. I can be Maya Adhisha. I see the game of Maya around me, but I am not influenced by it. I have mastered the influence of Maya on me. I see Maya present, but I am not influenced. That is what happens to saints and seers and realized souls, the Brahmanga Purusha, the Jivan Mukta Purusha. They see the play of Maya around them, but Maya has lost its hold on them. It has it on me, not on them. Maya Adhisha. And what is Maya Atita? The concept of Maya has disappeared. You have merged into the Absolute. And what is the concept of Parameshwara? He is the manipulator of Maya. If he wants, I am a victim of Maya, Maya Adhina. If he wants, he raises me to the... Sorry. If he wants, he raises my level of awareness, so I see the function of Maya, the influence of Maya everywhere, but I am not involved. This is the subject matter which we start next Sunday. What is Maya and how we can control that Trigunatmika Maya so that from Maya Adhina we can become Maya Adhish. Thank you, dears. Thank you ever so much. Don't you enjoy this study? What a wonderful study. Thank you, dears. Thank you.
Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna